Good, good. Are you ready to play dress up?
Yes, we are.
Awesome. Come on in. Thank you.
I'm here today with Anu Sira from Rose Artistry.
Hi.
So Anu, when did you start doing photography and makeup?
So for makeup and photography, it all started back like 6 years ago. I was going through some personal problems at the time, and I just thought modeling would be a creative outlet for me to express myself and to cope with the circumstances in my life. And there were a lot of people that were doing like makeup on me and taking photographs of me modeling, and that's where my passion really outgrew from.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. Did you go to school for it, or where did you get your training if you did?
For makeup, I got my training from Blanche McDonald. It was the same school where I actually volunteered as a to model for the students for their photo shoots.
Oh, okay. So you're very involved.
Yeah. And for photos, I just like, I basically, I didn't really go to school for that, but I volunteered to be like a second shooter for local photographers in Vancouver.
Oh, that's great. So you took a lot of pointers probably from them, and
yes, it was definitely a learning experience.
Yeah.
It's very hard to learn photography from books. You actually have to go out there and do it in order to get good at your craft.
Yeah.
Practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So do you specialize in any specific styles?
I'm really into portrait photography, and not particularly, I wouldn't say I have a particular style. I'm still trying to find my niche in the industry at the moment, but if I see myself going anywhere, it's definitely like portraits or like fantasy photo shoots, for instance.
Yeah.
Those really like get
That
the
sounds
creative.
like fun.
Yeah, they get the creative juices going, and like you can really like take the character and mold them into something that you really want to see.
Your vision,
yes.
so to speak.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's great.
Thank you.
So your favorite thing to shoot is that's what we know.
Yeah.
And you've been on the other side of the lens, so
yeah.
That's pretty amazing. So you know what it feels like to be the subject.
Yeah, it's nice to be the subject, because when you're actually being the makeup artist or the photographer, you can put yourself in their shoes, and you can learn what it's like to be behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Before you're on the screen.
That makes very good sense.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you'd like to shoot that you haven't yet?
I really would like to do product photography, food photographies out there as well. Something like with product or food photography. I know like real estate photography is really something that's big as well.
It's very true.
Yeah. Something that's not people oriented, essentially.
A little bit of a change in pace.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's good to be versatile.
Thank you.
Yeah. What equipment do you use for photography?
I use I have like a camera, like a Canon 80D.
Okay.
And then some lights that I just take with me, and yeah, just the basic tools.
Very nice.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Is there anything in your equipment that you have that you wish you didn't buy?
Not necessarily. I wish I could buy more stuff, actually.
Okay. Well, it takes time to gather your tools over time, and
yeah. I do have my eye on a specific camera, but I'm still like saving up for it.
Which one's that?
It's like a Sony camera that I have my eye on. It's quite expensive, out of my budget at the moment.
Okay.
But someday, if I can get my hands on that, it would be awesome.
That's the shining star.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
What tools do you use for processing?
So basically just the Adobe software, Photoshop,
Yeah.
Lightroom, like the basic shabam.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
Exactly.
What do you wish you knew about photography when you first started?
That's a very good question. For photography, it's quite different, like on the cover versus being the person that's doing it. You really need to be a good communicator, essentially, as a good photographer, in the sense that you need to be able to tell your model what way to pose, where to pose,
Everyone needs a little guidance.
Of course, and half of photography is actually communication. It's something that I wouldn't have known as a person just looking at a cover or photos. For
communication is key,
Yes.
I think, for this, for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you go out to shoot, are there any essential items that you take with you, or is it just you and the camera?
It depends. Personally, it depends on the lighting as well. You do need good lighting. Reflectors are really helpful too. You can get one from Amazon, for instance.
Yeah.
It's not that expensive, but sometimes you don't even need a reflector. You can actually just take a mirror and use that as a reflector. Just use your creativity. You don't need to buy tons of expensive equipment. Work with what you have. Is what I suggest in the beginning.
Good words.
Thank you.
Is there anything that influences your photography style?
Not particularly. I mean, if there's something that really stands out, on social media, in terms of I'm really into fantasy photo shoots, personally speaking.
They're amazing, though.
Yeah, of course.
It brings you to another place, right?
Yes, exactly, exactly. I really like the get-together, the makeup, the articulation, the creative directorship, that goes with it. Everything,
You're a well-rounded artist.
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
And, the whole communication aspect, the whole teamwork that goes with it. It takes more than one person to do it. For sure. It's a team effort.
It's nice that you can do,
Thank you.
all your angles, the makeup and photography, and you really get the whole picture.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good.
Thanks.
And what do you think makes a good picture?
I think all of the design elements combined in art that we study, the form, the color, everything. But what really stands out in a good picture is creativity.
Yeah.
Articulation of your craft, something that you don't see every day, something that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. It's nice to see something that we don't see every day
in
our art form, right?
Yes.
That's the beauty of art.
Yes.
Great. Well, thank you so much for visiting with us today.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure being here with you, and thank you for your time.